Welcome back, Black Label Photography and Films, cooking with KP. Today, feta cheese and spinach phyllo triangles. Oh, yum! Right, let's get into it. First thing we want to do is put a bit of butter in the pan. Now this recipe is a great way to use up any leftover phyllo pastry you've got. You can see in the corners there, previous recipe, I used phyllo. Now we need to chop up an onion, fairly fine dice. I'm going to put that into the pan, and what we'll do with that is we'll sweat those onions off as well with our frozen spinach portions. Yes, I'm using frozen spinach. I can't get any fresh today. Anyway, I'm going to pop that on the stove and I'm going to sweat them all down. Alright, that's what it looks like. And a lot of liquid will come out of that spinach. Next thing we need, feta cheese. I buy feta in bulk like this. We want about that much cheese. Look, we don't want about that much cheese, it was too much. You've seen me use this little food processor before. So handy. Look, just chop your cheese into big chunks, put it in the processor, and we put our stick mixer on top, we give it a couple of pulses, and then we've got crumbed feta. That piece is a little bit too big, so I ate that. Alright, I'm dropping a little bit of garlic into our spinach. We're going to stir that through, wait for it to cool, and then we're going to put it into a mixing bowl. You don't want the spinach mixture to be hot, it will affect the cheese. Make sure you get every last drop out. Freshly ground black pepper to your taste, and fresh, well, not fresh dill, it's dried dill. It comes off the shelf, but a good helping of that. And then we add our cheese. And what we need to do now is quickly mix this up, but you want to make sure you get it really well incorporated. And you can see some of the liquid coming out of that spinach. I could have left it a little bit longer. Alright, baking tray, baking paper, you know my drill. Alright, put that down. Sheet of phyllo. If you watched the previous video, I'm sorry, but I'm treating this as a fresh video. Spray canola oil, or you can brush melted butter on top. Your choice. I thought the spinach and cheese was healthy enough. And we want a second sheet. I've seen recipes before where they use 3 or 4 sheets. You don't need that. 2 sheets is sufficient. Try and get them fairly well lined up. Neatness does count to a certain extent on this recipe. Now what we're going to do is cut it lengthways into 3 pieces. Try and get it as even as you possibly can. And use a very sharp knife. Alright, there's our phyllo, and we want to use, look, it's about a tablespoon, maybe a soup spoon. That was a heaped teaspoon, very heaped. Put that in the corner. Again, the oil. And what we want to do is just fold that over into a triangle. And we're going to fold it again. And again. And all we do is we just keep folding it in a triangle all the way along the sheet. Makes it very simple. You also notice I did not put salt into this recipe. There's enough salt in the feta, and I did put too much feta in. But I like feta. Alright, there's one. I'll show you once more. Spray oil. The spray oil or the butter basically acts like your glue. It'll actually help the pastry stick together. Put our mixture in the corner. And don't scrimp, but then again, don't go overboard. Fold it over into a triangle. And then fold it up again. And then again. And basically what we're doing is we're making a natural wrap with the phyllo. And you'll always have this little dab at the end. Just fold it over. And if you put that cut side down when you're baking, it'll be fine. I'm saving you all the agony of me making 15 triangles. And these are the perfect party food. You can eat them hot. They're beautiful. You can have them the next day. Put them all out in a tray, like so. Don't have to do it that way. Just make sure there's a bit of space around it. And then we're going to put them in the oven, 180 degrees until they're golden brown. And there we go. Nice and crunchy. I didn't want to go too crunchy on those. Just a nice golden tinge. And let's taste it. You can also serve this as a side. Look at that steam coming out. Be careful if you're going to try and eat them hot, because the internal contents is really hot. But once again, thank you for watching. Please share this video with your friends and subscribe. As Evan used to say cheese. Hey, leave a comment. Let me know what you want me to make next. I enjoy cooking. I enjoy my photography. I know there's not a lot of photography content on the channel at the moment, but you can just sit here and watch me eat this.